Is that on the wonk? Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Oh, jabbing and moving, jabbing and moving, jabbing and moving. In a circle, in a circle. Whose footprints are they? Somebody footprints on one floor. We've got light, easy work today because I'm tired and I can't be bothered. I've already done sparring, two lots of sparring, and film for the next YouTube video, which looks like it's going to be about an hour long. Bang, bang, which would be cool. It'd be a pain in the ass to edit, but everything you need to know about the jab in one video. How to practice it, what it's for, 3 different ways of practicing it. Say 3 different ways of practicing it. As in, how to coach people with it, how to do shadow boxing of it, how to whack it up back. In between every round, we'll choose a strength exercise and do that. Just why not? We've got leg raises. Why not? Classic. Ugh. Back up. Circling and jabbing, circling and jabbing. Cleaned the floor yesterday. It's already dirty. 7 people, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Again, just a little shadow boxing warm up. Some mild strength work in between, working on the jab. Guarantee you're not jabbing enough. Guarantee you don't practice enough. Everybody, same as everybody. There is not one person on the planet that practices their jab enough. Jab in a circle, jab in a circle. Time. What should we do? Full sit-ups. Why not? Full sit-ups. Here's a pro tip for your sit-ups. Keep your hands pointing up to the ceiling all the time. No momentum, no mercy. Actually rained in the UK. last night. Crazy. First time in like 60 days. I think it's proper end hard and I was asleep. Advance and defence. Remember that your circle is defence in and of itself. That's why we're circled. On the jab video that I am currently creating, curating, I do a very good demonstration of why you should move in a circle. Who's this? I know, tell me about it. Imagine doing this without it. I've got some very sexy Jab Lab sliders, which are great, but I can't fucking box them. Whereas these, I spar in these, I hit the bag in these. And sports mode's a godsend. How are we? Caden, how's it going? Looks like Caden Ket. It's a jab and defence. Different jabs. So I've got thumb up jab, normal jab, whipping jab, touching jabs. Important to practice jabs from here, jabs from here, jabs from here. Should we do next? Squats, why not? Lovely squat, lovely squat. Prisoner squats are the best squats if you've got no weights. Keep the back nice and straight, keep the chest up. Let the knees crunch. Oh, we're back. We're right in the cross. Jab in. Crossing. How am I going to fire the cross? Straight away. Straight away. So if I'm touching with the jab, I can touch with the cross. If I'm touching with the jab, I can touch with the cross. Okay? Don't need to move my feet. So I'm here. I'm touching. Whack. Got to come straight after. Straight after. Morning Dave, how's it going? Tommy, how's it going? Again, I'm circling, I'm defending. The circle itself is a defence. Here's a pro tip. Lots of coaches and all that don't lead with the right hand. Do lead with the right hand. You're going to do two things. Remember, if you can touch with your jab, then you can see this bag. I'm touching, I can cross it. As long as I fire the kick, my cross is going to land. So if they're standing still in front of you, and you jab, and nothing's happened, I can hit them with the right hand. Ha, ha, whack. It's got to be fast. Or, if I'm going to step in with it, Mayweather style, it's got to be fast. I've got to step this way, okay? Both feet. So I'm here, I'm circling potentially, and then when I'm ready, I'm in. It's got to be quick. You can lead with the right hand, and then we say, you're not Mayweather. No, I'm not. It doesn't mean I can't do something maybe as well as Mayweather, okay? Maybe everything else is shit, but my step-in right hand is as fast and as good as Mayweather's. Oh, we're on. What should we do? Leg raises. Flutter kicks. Just do an up strength, some strength move after. Why not? Same as anything, you know. So I mean, I like this. You're not Mayweather or insert boxer here. No, I'm not. But I can defend myself in that position. I like to box here. I can defend myself, depending on who I'm against, in that position too, by experimenting. You should learn this. You should absolutely learn this. And then when you know it like the back of your hand, then you can experiment, create your own style. It's funny because every now and again my phone pops something up and says, you should do a Q&A and all that. Just ask me a question. I'll answer it. Get people involved on your stream. You're already watching, even though I'm boring. Again, circling is defence. The video I've got coming out, will be the longest video on the channel. Part 1 so far without editing is already 25 minutes. It's a 3-parter, maybe a 4-parter. So potentially an hour. But that's got all this stuff, and we go on about the circle. So it's me working with Gemma, who, if you've seen the channel before, you've probably seen Gemma before, and showing you lot with her how you can do this. You don't know it, but I'm subtly in range, out of range. Let's imagine this is my opponent's front foot. Okay, so now I'm in range, out of range, in range, out of range, in range, out of range, in range, out of range. Okay, and it's inches. Same going the other way. So I'm here, I'm in range. I will do some strength stuff in the next round. This is too good to not tell you. I'm in range, out of range. Can't jab, in range, out of range, in range, out of range. The circle itself is defence. Okay, the circle is defence. Because potentially, I'm a counter fighter anyway, I much prefer being a counter fighter. Sometimes if I'm really dominating, I will go forward and put pressure on him, and I'm also, when it's pressure, I'm hands-on and aggressive, but until that point, I'm counter. And I'm like people to extend jabs and miss, and I'll come over the top, or underneath when they're firing. And the circle allows me to do that. So I can be here, hovering in their range, popping off jabs, then when I know they're going to jab, then I can take that half step out. Their jab's going to miss by inches again, and then I'm going to come back in straight away. Okay, inches in, out. Can't touch them, in, out when they hit. It's huge. It makes a massive difference to your boxing. Yeah, it's just practice. There's 2 things you want to do. I'll teach it in here again. As I was just saying with your hand position, you need to learn the fundamentals, really kind of strict and boring to start with, and then you can break them. So, to move to the right, as I'm going to assume that you know, so we're here. Right foot goes first, don't cross the feet. Okay, let's say this is my opponent again, that middle, in fact this middle point, so it's more on camera. Okay, right on the joint. So I'm going to use that as my central point. I'm going to step to the right and catch it with the left foot. Okay, that is your standard practice step to the right. Okay, really boring, really basic. Try not to change my distance away from that point. Okay, perfect circle all the way around. Okay, when you've got that, just practicing it like this, not crossing the feet, not losing balance. It will feel stiff compared to the other way. I don't know why. A lot of people find the lead side of moving with the front foot easier. Okay, then start jabbing with it. You can jab on the step. Okay, jab on the step, or you can jab on the front foot. Bang, bang, jab on the step. You can double it on both feet. Okay, you can go in between, punch it, in between steps. So when you've got that firing, keeping a good body position, okay, you can speed up the steps, speed up the punches. Bang, bang. Real basic stuff. Again, do it for 2 rounds, do it for 3 rounds until it becomes a bit more natural. When you've got it and you've practiced just that boring generic stuff for a good few weeks and it's less brain intensive, then you can strip it back and you can relax, and we can go James Toney style and just walk right, okay? A huge weapon, especially moving in a circle, a huge weapon is just the ability to walk right. Okay, so body language is a huge weapon. There's a billion times where James Toney's been on the ropes, okay, and he's in the middle of a firefight and he walks off because he switches off his body language, and you'll see the opponent just kind of follow him, not really knowing what's going on. So if you can relax, have your generic right step, okay, like a boxing movement, a generic right step. So then just relax. Here, hands still in a good position. Yes, I'm crossing my feet, but from here I can bounce off the foot to change direction. I'm crossing my feet and I can finish out from here to pivot and recover. Okay, I can finish out and go backwards. There's loads I can do from there. So as soon as you've got your basic bits of footwork down, then you can start playing with it. Okay. As I walk in this position with my hands in a good position and I'm defensively bladed, I can whip out jabs as I go. Bang, 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 bang. Their jab comes back. The circle is defense. Whack, whack, whack. So then you're going to feel much more natural walking. Trip, pull, hit. Are we on about a sweep? Then a pull and then a whack. A sweep and a pull and a whack. But yeah, so now you're much more natural and you'll find that less stresses on the feet. But you have to be well balanced to do that. And again, you really, I can't stress it enough, you need the fundamentals in place before you start being creative like that. Because the other flip side of it, one excellent example that I'll give you is people going southpaw too soon. Okay, so let's go. People going southpaw, right? They'll be all right jabbing and fighting on one side. They'll be okay. They can do it. And then they'll switch for no fucking reason at all other than they fancy it. But they practice nothing. So their jab might be okay because it's the closest punch. But they have no fundamental technique to walk back on, to fall back on, sorry, in southpaw. So they can't defend a jab. They can't move their feet well. They just start getting pieced up. It's the same in this. If I'm going to move away from my fundamentals have to be so good and natural that I can fall back on them like that. If I get caught, it's not out of position. If I get caught in a different position, I need to get back into position or have a contingency plan. So if I'm walking here, that's what I mean. And someone's going to jab me, I'm going to push off my front foot to move back. Fundamental steps. Forwards, backwards, left, right. I'm not going to cross my feet to go backwards because it's slower. Watch the difference of my head movement. It's hardly moving, hardly moving. Now I'm out of range, okay? I'm out of range. So I'm going to walk, and I'm going to James Toney jab. Bullshit, not good. I'm going to walk, and I'm walking, oh, way better. I'm walking, oh my God. Okay? What are you doing? Fundamentals. So you can get as creative as you want in your boxing. Emmanuel Augustus is a prime example. Locci is a prime example. You can do what you want in the ring, but you need your fundamentals in place to fall back on. Okay? Need your fundamentals. So practice rigid and boring first, and then start playing with it. Okay? So I can't stress that enough. There is no out of position if you've trained enough. Okay, again, I like to go square, and I'll stand in front of, again, Locci stands in front of people square with his hands down like this to slip and roll. Oh, we'll never stand square, why not? Yes, so don't confuse being flat on your feet. So this is what you want. Okay? Okay, and now we're going to move with it. Maybe jab as well. Bang. Tap, tap, tap. Right? Trouble with that is. Hi. The trouble with that is. Do you know where a step begins and ends? Okay? And then Instagram wants you to do bivol. But then when bivol punches, what does he do? Connection with the floor is your power. Heavy feet, heavy punches. Heavy feet doesn't mean that you're slow. Okay? So if I'm here, right? Now it's the same movement I was doing before, but heavy feet, so I can hit with hard jabs. And my balance is good when I'm in the floor. Heavy feet, heavy hands. Flat-footed boxers make powerful punches. It doesn't mean they're slow. Mayweather, okay? You don't see Mayweather doing this. Okay? You don't need to take it from me either. Everything you need to learn in boxing has been filmed. Watch boxing fights to learn, not as a fan. Enjoy the spectacle. Watch it as a fan after, but you should, if you want to get good at boxing, watch your fights to learn. What are they doing? Part of it's language. I have people in here who are, they'll maybe watch the big fights. The fuck? Maybe watch the big fights to come in, we work on these things, I'll give them the language, a front step, a back step, a bladed stance, okay? On a skateboard, catch, single-handed catches and blocks, allow for counters. And then they'll come back and be like, oh, I watched that whatever fight, and I saw them, like, my favourite one to recommend for beginners and intermediate and anybody really, Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo. It's just jab drills, and he dominates with jab drills. He's here and he's stepping back. He's double jabbing, flat-footed and heavy on his feet. He's not bouncing, okay? He's here, bang. Every time a jab comes, pat, pat, counters the jab, moves around the jab. And then people will give them the language, people will watch it, they know what they're looking for then, and it's got a name, so it's created something in their brain, and they'll come back, bloody hell yeah, I noticed that every time Teofimo came in with a jab, Shakur would step back with a double, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, if you, again, there's nothing wrong with pressure fighting, Roberto Duran, but you have to mitigate the damage. That's the problem, because I like pressure fighting too, and I like being right in their face, but letting the shoulders take the brunt of the shots, stripping their gloves before they can hit, grabbing their gloves, Foreman style, grabbing their gloves before they can hit. If you're just tough, you're going to have a short career, or worse, a short life. So it is, you can absolutely be a fucking brick. Triple G, I mean, he was just mad tough. But good defence and a good jab, even still as a pressure fighter, to mitigate damage. Especially if you're not getting paid to box, what's the point in taking damage? What's the point in sparring full power? Yeah. What was it? I can't remember the name of it. That professional who died in training during sparring last month or the month before. It just means that sparring's too hard. Private security, there you go, nice. Nice. And now you can be a brick. You ain't coming in, mate. Or you're on about more, so not like event security, you're on about more like one-to-one stuff. Anyway, what was I doing? Jabbing and crossing and moving. Whack, whack. Okay? Another part of it, so the heavy and flat foot thing, is I can use it as bait. So I can jab either way, fast, behind my footwork again, fundamental steps. So when people want it, I can be flat-footed and just plant in front of them, and then if they overcommit with something or make a mistake, whack, 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 and I'm here. Okay, bang. Again, my forwards and backwards steps are quick. So whack, 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 I'm out. Bang, bang. So flat-footed doesn't mean slow. And it often lends itself to really structured, boring steps in practice like this. But it will create in time a more methodical boxer. Whereas you're kind of chaotic, bouncing on the toes, which is absolutely what you need to do for amateurs, for sure. It's how you're going to win the fights. It creates more of a rush. You never settle. You never, I'm gonna go. And you can't, when you get scored on damage, you can't do that. So karate, moving to Muay Thai. Yeah, nice. Yeah, for people, nice. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, the palm down one. I like this also palm down. So that kind of way. Deceptive because you can chamber it without the dip. So it's there. Can do it. I find it puts too much pressure here for me. But I'm just going to hit him in the liver regardless of the hand position. Body shots are one of my favourite things. The members I have in here don't like my body shots. And I don't overthink them. Just deliver them. Just deliver your body shots. Same with this weird lead overhand. Sit back for a bit or not. Finish off with a wee bit of bag work. Here we go. Just knuckle protectors on that bag. Should we do it? Wrist on that, kind of here. I can see a load of emojis. Is that Caballero? Yes, Caballero, are you, sir? Try hip forward and your left hip back, bend your knees. Yes, using your body to hook, absolutely. Again, your arms are the least important part of any punch. Body, legs, again, why I like heavy feet, connection with the floor. There's the other side of it, so it's a 50 kilo bag, it's not heavy, but it's heavy enough. Sit in my Philly shell, heavy on the feet, bag bumps into my shoulder. Because I wanted it to, I didn't want to move, didn't move me at all, okay? Here it comes. Heavy feet. Heavy feet. Yeah, again, I'm not really an on the toes boxer on here. Sometimes I'll be on the toes on the back foot. But most of the time, James Tony style. But different. On your toes, as you've done Thai boxing, it's different for kicking because you need to be much more explosive. Morning. Hey, Seabeard, how are you? Yeah, I used to kickboxing, yeah, much more. You need to be light on your feet so you can skip step, fast kicks, get your, what are they called? Switch kicks. Get your switch kicks going and all that stuff. Yeah. Different sports. Grunner, yeah, I've got the grunner edge back out. I've got some different ones as well, but I can't get on with them. The OGs. Yeah, I got these ones as well, let me show you. So the Legios. Same man, same company, different name, don't know why. But I can't quite get on with these. Aaron Pryor and Sweet Pea. Great fight. I'm going to go Sweet Pea just because I love him so much. And Sweet Pea, everyone sleeps on his offense, including myself. You know, you get so not wound up, so caught up in watching him do his thing, his defensive stuff, that you just forget to, you just don't even see his offense. He's so sneaky. One of the best in my opinion. But yeah, great fight. Great fight. Back when everybody used to fight everybody, just before it all started to change. Yeah, I mean, the way they cover the knuckle is actually a little bit more kind of ergonomic, whereas these, the knuckles right on the top. You still get a nice connection with these, but the other ones do kind of come over the knuckle a bit more. So, I'll show you what I mean. So, you see how there's a bit more of a lip over the top of the knuckles. But this, I don't know what, I'll give them another go. I don't know what it is about these, I just can't quite get on with them. Maybe. Have you got a pair of grenades as well? Because I've got his new ones, so his new brown ones. But his newest model, the actual grip bar is bigger, and it's so big I can't make a proper fist, so I couldn't use it. So I traded that one for these ones, and still these ones aren't quite as good as the OGs. You can park here if you want, mate.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So they cover a nice bit of covering. I've got the new ones, but can't compare them to the old ones, and they've had the old ones. Yeah, I just, some people, if they've got big hands, some people love them. I don't. It seems like. I actually quite like these today. Must have worn them in enough. Which country are foreign? I want to ask you right now, which country are foreign? I want to ask you. I don't know what you mean. No, not particularly. But I think, so with these ones, the grip isn't in line with the bar. So in terms of like a wrap and all that stuff, and a bar and a glove, that's a bit more natural. Whereas these other ones, they're in line. So the old ones, which is probably the ones you got, same as those gold ones. So that, I think that alleviates the problem. I find it's more the grip bar is too thick. Yes, I've said. So he's pretty close to where I live. Shrewsbury is where he's based. So I've met up with him a few times and talked to him all the time, and very much send him like opinions from everyone using it. And the whole consensus at the minute is that the new one's grip bar is too thick from a lot of people in the gym, apart from big blokes. So everyone who's kind of 6'2" and over, I find it fine. Everyone else is finding it too big, so I sent him that. Apparently, for some reason, it was changed during the making of it, and he doesn't know why. Excellent, happy hunter. Everyone should like boxing. They're not bad. Yeah, I like the shape of them, the design. They look sick. It's just I haven't had wrist pain while punching in years and years and years. And the little wrist injury I got at the minute was from someone hitting pads. And I was using those and feeling it straight away. I think because I can't make a fist like I'm used to, feeling it in the wrists. In terms of watching, going way back now, watching boxing to learn, modern martial artists on YouTube, people like that, watch pages like that, are really good. Is that it? Tony Jeffries, yeah. Well, I've met Tony. I like Tony. I've chatted to Tony a load of times, and he's meeting him in the flesh. If you ever get the chance, you should definitely do it. He's a top bloke. But even when I met him, it was like, whatever the algorithm dictates, I'm going to do that because it's now. I think it's a sole income now. So I found it kind of started going on like reactionary videos and just stuff that the algorithm likes. And he kind of lost me there, but his knowledge is great, and he's a top bloke. So if he's ever around, you should endeavour to go meet him. He's really real happy to give his knowledge out. And a great boxer, big. He's a big dude as well. But I found his page nowadays it's not for me. It's not for me. Got some good stuff. I understand he's just done a footwork like seminar thing, which I haven't really seen. Mon martial arts, yeah, he is. Duran and Bartley, yeah. All his breakdowns are good. Even the new guy that's doing the page now is really good. Super knowledgeable. Yeah, he is. And he's been there. He like real funny. Chatting to him for ages. When we didn't drink anymore. When I met him, we went out drinking and all that. And you know, I was in the. I went to wherever to fight in the Commonwealth or the whatever athletic games. I came up against this guy from wherever, and he was hard, real tough. I knocked him out, and then next story. Oh yeah, I remember going there and fighting this guy. And guy, he's really, really tough, and I knocked him out. So they weren't that tough then. Yeah, good bloke. The astute amongst you will see every now and again me featuring in his promotional videos. I think he shared one the other day, maybe a month ago, with loads of snippets of people boxing and all that. And there I was. It's him actually who. So those of you who've been here a long time probably know how much I hate social media. I enjoy the chat on YouTube, but that's about it. But I like to teach, so creating videos, well, that's not bad. I'd rather do it in the flesh. But it's something to do. It's a good advert for the gym. That's why I have social media, to advertise this place, which is my gym. And that's because of him. I was never going to do it. I didn't have social media until 2019, which is why I got no footage of when I was fighting or anything like that, because I hated it. What's the point? It didn't matter. And if I didn't have this gym and I didn't become a boxing coach, I wouldn't have social media. And that's Tony Jeffries' fault, so you can blame him. But it's also Tony Jeffries' fault that I then created that and worked hard enough to own this place. Of course I've trained the nipple twist. Of course I've trained the nipple twist. I mean, he's an institution because he's got the largest social media platform for boxing across all of them. So there you go. It's 10 out of 10 for my nipple twist. Especially with these on, watch. See that? Yes, absolutely. Thank you. That's the other side is always positive, which is good. B21, well, I want to trust you right now. I want to trust 3 right now. You want me to do 10 push-ups? I've caught flies' nipples with that grip. Is 10 push-ups the kind of the merit of a man? Is it 10 push-ups and that's all it takes to earn your respect? It's a low bar. It's a low bar. What is the merit of a man? Now we're going to get philosophical, I suppose. For a lot of people, if they're lucky enough to have their dads, the merit of a man is their dad, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. In terms of, I say, as a man, my father was a very, very good influence. As a dad, he was a good influence. Same as a lot of people's dads. He could have been there more, emotionally, but provided very well, works his fucking bollocks off. But what makes me respect my dad more, and what makes me respect men more, doing the right thing by anybody at the right time, sticking to your character and having a strength of character, and looking after your community, which is what my dad would do. And again, lucky to have my dad. He's a brilliant man. Tom Rogic next week. Itama, all day. I think Hogovic might land some, and will land some shots at him. Whether he can land the big ones, I don't know. But Itama is just too fucking quick, too crafty, super smart. Yeah, Itama all day. So I'm going to eat my words now. He's going to get knocked out. But Itama, I don't think there's a heavyweight currently above him in the rankings that beats him. I even think he takes Usyk, especially Usyk's last performance. If that Usyk turns up, he was way too slow and clumsy on his feet. I think Itama, big time. It's for the bouts as well, isn't it? Out of nowhere. Which is it's a shame that Usyk didn't, give his belts away on a loss. But whatever. Too late. That never sits right with me. Just retire on top. Just have all the belts, then relinquish them, or fight until you lose them. Passing of the torch. Nah, why? You don't want to see fighters get hit in the chin. I can't remember who it was I said, but like, good. You can't hit me in the chin. I never want my chin tested. No way. I'm too slick. I'm too pretty to hit. Who do you rate as the best British boxer? Now, I always say Lennox Lewis. But then lots of people say, you know, he was Canadian and Jamaican and came to England, which he did. So in terms of like strict British, maybe Prince Nassim. Strict British. Yeah, for me it's probably between those two. Calzaghe, I mean, yeah, he's British. I was thinking English, sorry. But Calzaghe's up there for sure. If we're going British, Calzaghe, Lennox Lewis, although can be debatable depending on where you sit in that conversation. Prince Nassim, Collins was up there. Who else? Ooh, don't know who else would be up there. Nassim over Joe. I don't know. No, I was thinking English. If we go, because Calzaghe's not English. But yeah, Calzaghe over Nassim. Although both amazing. You can't argue with Calzaghe's resume and what he did. 46-0. 46-0. Middleweight champion for 10 years, undefeated. Again, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, Bernard Hopkins was over the hill. No, he wasn't. Bernard Hopkins fought till he was 30. Ricky Hatton as well. Yeah, he got up there. Absolutely. But again, he's not in the same regard or esteem as Nassim or Lewis or Calzaghe, although world champion. I just don't. Yeah, didn't quite have the resume. Although the Costa Zoo win was fucking phenomenal. But yeah, British, United Kingdom. Who else is up there? There'll be some old dudes I'm forgetting about. A lot of people say Ben and Eubank, which in terms of just England, very, very good up there, some of the best in England ever. But in terms of great, you know, they never really expanded past England. Eubank didn't want to go to America because he'd have to fight James Toney and Will Jones. And Ben never went to America. Collins did, which is why I think Collins should be put above them because he beat them both. And he went to America, but I think he lost. He lost against a fan of the channel. Oh God, Reggie Sweets, what's his face? Hall of Fame boxer, bizarrely. And lost to... oh God, all the people he lost to. We're actually doing Joe Calzaghe this month as I do a fighter focus class where we look at some pros, dissect their skills and try and learn them for ourselves, and Joe Calzaghe is the man this month. Volume. Lots of crafty jabs. Anyway, people. Oh. So yeah, got another tips video that came out Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. Time to dominate. Yes, time to dominate next 10 years. I think unfortunately, it depends on who's coming up. I'm not really sure on the kids who are coming up at the minute. But he might have a kind of Klitschko-esque reign where there's just nobody his level for 10 years. And he wins so much that it's boring. Although I don't think he's going to go like the Klitschko jab, heavy jabs, hard cross, grab, approach. I think he's going to show more. But then people will always debate, oh, well, his list of names isn't like, the 90s heavyweight scene or any of that, which is Klitschko's problem. Klitschko's a fucking phenomenal boxer. Because there was no one else around to kind of pick him up, everyone has forgotten about him. He was phenomenal. Undefeated for how long, or champion for how long? Ridiculous. But I do think a time was going to dominate. Calzaghe's his punching technique, because he kept breaking his hands, so his hands were just mangled bones. I've met Calzaghe as well, actually, super nice bloke. His hands would always break, so he'd have to punch like this. Volume. Some fast and some fucking hard, and then some hard and then some fucking fast. Lots of secret jabs and all that, but yeah, mangled hands. Yeah, and just volume, man. One thing we're saying, like, in the class is, if you hit people enough, they're going to do one or two things. They're going to panic and run away. And how many knockouts has Calzaghe got where someone's trying to get away like this, and he just clips them because he's relentless forward pressure? Or they're going to shell up. And how many knockouts has Calzaghe got where people have gone here, in my opinion, the worst defensive option? They hit. Oh, sorry. He hits, moves their guard through punching them, and then comes through the gap and knocks them out. Simple stuff. So yeah, I do have to go. It's you, Shiners, yeah. I'm just scratching my balls on camera for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, so the video that came out Saturday or Sunday, can't remember. Some more tips about boxing, and then this week or next week I've got everything you ever need to know about a jab and jabbing and moving forever. So Stingling, I'm just about to leave, but good to see you on the chat. So yeah, the video, I'm pretty sure the video that I'm gonna have coming out will be like 40 minutes to an hour, just on the jab. So when it's ready, it'll be out. Whether that's this weekend, it'll probably be next weekend. Got a guy fighting on Saturday as well, so that'll be on the socials too. Yeah, life is good. You have a blessed day. And yeah, hope you all get your boxing in. And thanks for your time. Am I still on? Go away. I can't turn my phone off, so